All right, Tar Heel Nation, we are back. We are live. We are here once again. It is the brand new year. I almost said February. It is January 20th, the day after Martin Luther King Jr. Day. R.I.P. Martin Luther King Jr. And I am your captain of the Hooligan Express. So good news, everyone. We are here. I'm the captain of the Hooligan Express, this side of Mississippi, the best thing smoking since popcorn. And that gentleman over there is my co-host. We go together like ham and jelly. It don't make sense, but it makes sense. I promise you that.
First things first, you smoke popcorn?
You said I smoke popcorn?
You said the best thing smoking since popcorn. I'm like, I don't want smoking popcorn.
What you mean? You don't want it with the steam? When it's got all the
steam
steam
and smoke are two different things.
Are they?
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah.
I don't think they are.
When's the last? So I'm gonna ask you a question.
I feel like every week you say this to me as a concerned friend and father figure in the same sentence. Like, I'm gonna ask you a question.
I'm gonna ask you a question. When you see steam coming off popcorn, you're happy about the steam, right?
Yeah.
But when you have smoke and smell smoke coming off of popcorn, you lost a bag of popcorn.
Did I? I think steam is. What is steam but white smoke?
Most smoke is white smoke.
You said most?
However, most smoke.
Why you just?
Because if you burn a tire, it's black smoke.
I mean, the tire is black though.
I mean, it is.
So I fail to see the issue here.
Candle smoke isn't black smoke either. Well, some candles aren't.
I was about to say, what do you mean? I've definitely seen some candles that have black smoke.
There's some candles that start with black smoke. But either way, what's happening? How you feeling about? I screwed up my own intro.
English hard.
Yeah, that and logic. But what's good? What's happening? How you living? It's your boy Ricebox 26. And we are back again with another North Carolina Live, asking the questions that don't need to be asked and the brain scratchers that don't need to be scratched. Let me tell you something. If you didn't catch that game yesterday.
Oh, listen. That was a phenomenal game.
If you didn't watch that game yesterday, that game was fantastic.
That was a great game.
It was a much better game than I thought it was going to be. Not saying I didn't think it was going to be good, but
I mean, let's be real and let's call it for what it is. Had that game ended up the same way the Oregon game ended up, we would have been all sad the same way we were when Georgia dismantled TCU.
Oh, the only people that watch that game are Indiana fans.
Like, and yes, I know you do have your love for Georgia, and I ain't gonna lie. Did I know Georgia was gonna win that game? Yeah, my heart told me they would, but I wanted it to be a good game. The same, absolutely. And after the way Indiana dismantled, and I mean dismantled, Oregon, it was only right and it was only fair that I just went into this game thinking to myself, Lord, please just make it a good game. Like, we both picked Indiana, which is crazy because a lot of people were picking Miami, including all the panelists on the pregame show. Saban, Desmond Howard, the Notre Dame head coach, and Pat McAfee.
And Belichick.
All picked Miami to win that game because they said there's no way Miami is losing in Miami. And shout out to the Indiana Hoosiers rolling deep down to Miami, Florida.
Listen.
Hey, shout out to Miami.
The noise on the back end of that field from those Hoosier fans, boy.
Hey, shout out to the Hoosiers. They rolled deep for the squad, bro.
And tell you the truth, shout out to Mrs. Fletcher, the Miami running backs. Shout out to her. When I tell you that woman, they said that woman put 18,000 miles on her vehicle this season.
Hey, She said she was going where her baby was going.
She said she was going to every game. She wasn't going to fly to not now one of them.
Oh, she drove all of them?
Drove all of them because she does not like flying. Shout out to
Mama Fletcher. Hey, listen. That's a mother.
Big shout out, dude. That is a mom. That is support be to the nth degree right there.
That is a mother. That is a mom. Fletcher, the NIL money you get, you better treat your mama right.
I'll say this though. Now, big downgrade to Fletcher himself for swinging on old buddy at the end of the game.
I saw that.
I don't know what was said. I don't know what was said. But
I felt so bad because that's going to detract from him and it's going to take away from him if he's going into the draft this year. And it's going to just look bad on him. And I get it.
Upside is he's not. He's coming. He's running it back another year.
Okay.
But it's not. It's
that incident. They're going to make him out to be a bad person when he's probably not. But people are going to make that incident bigger than what it is. And they're going to be like, okay, how do you conduct yourself off the field? What happens if you run into the wrong altercation off the field? And I get it. Emotions were high. You just lost a national championship in a nail biter, and you had a shot to win the game. I'm not upset at him being upset. And I can understand how if a dude is coming and talking, how that's going to get you frustrated, but you got to be able to hold yourself back in that moment.
And to be honest with you, I don't think it is going to hurt him as much as you think. The reason why, because this is, as far as anybody knows, this is the first outburst that he has had as a player. And once again, if you're going to have an outburst like that, I mean, sure, I do not disagree. Like, you need to be able to control yourself and do better in that kind of situation. But if you're going to have a heated outburst like that, I was pulling for a non-powerhouse team, also wanted the ACC to win a championship. Listen, if it wasn't for that underthrow at the end of the game.
And we talked about this literally today. If Beck aims that at the front pylon over the top,
that's a touchdown.
It's a touchdown. It's because the safety wouldn't have got there and that corner wouldn't have been able to undercut it. Yep. It would have been a perfect spot.
Outside shoulder to the front pylon, that's a touchdown. But he threw it back shoulder.
Short.
And short.
He tried to do what Indiana was doing with Becker. And that's it. Boy, speaking of underrated receivers, number 80, Becker on the Indiana squad, under 2 clutch back shoulder catches through and through. Like, I'm sorry, bro. That man made 2 of the clutchest catches I've seen in big time moments with coverage draped all over him. It wasn't he's lucky that he's open. No, the DBs that were covering him both times, and I think it was the same DB, number 24. The DB that was covering 80, Becker.
24 was getting picked on. 24 was getting picked on and deserved to be picked on. Because when I tell you for almost that whole fourth quarter, that man was holding the entire fourth quarter.
Oh, yeah. He got away with like 6 holding penalties.
He got away with at least 6 of them. So, no, you deserve to get picked on. And you got embarrassed all those times, every time you got picked on.
The first back shoulder was crazier than the second because the first one, this man caught it with his fingertips and managed to get his butt down before his elbow hit the ground.
Right. And to tell you the truth, to be honest, remember, it's college. He already had 1 foot now.
He did.
So he was in.
Still, bro, like it was wild. 24 was doing a lot of holding. Number 8 got away with that early targeting on
got away with
Mendoza. That crown straight
Clear
under
target.
Mendoza, straight under Mendoza's chin strap. I was like, bro,
Clear
that's dirty. Because to me, that's targeting, and that was actually dirty. Because you could have hit Mendoza. Like, I get you're trying to hit Mendoza. You could have hit him straight in the chest.
That's a shoulder check best.
Like, you could hit him in the shoulder. You went crown of the helmet under the chin, and I have some personal beef with I have some personal beef with that because I still have a scar under my chin from that exact thing happening to me, and I can't grow. Like I have a patch in my beard because of it, because it healed like really, really badly.
So yeah, like that
So
was a dirty hit.
It's like right under here, but luckily everything else grows around it to kind of cover it up. But I have a thing about that hit, and I didn't like it. But yeah, that was it. 24 was getting away with a lot of holding. That false start on Indiana, I thought almost blew them the game. That and
I thought that almost blew it for him. And the pass interference.
The false start and the roughing the passer. Because the false start took them away from 4th and 1 to 4th and 5. Or it took them from 31 to 35 or whatever.
It was 2nd and 1. Yeah, it was 2nd and 1 to 2nd and 6.
And they had to, and they couldn't get
31 to 3rd and 6. Yeah.
And then they couldn't get it. So when they had to kick the field goal, I was like, okay, that looks bad. Then you got the roughing the passer on Beck early.
Yeah.
And they start getting momentum and start moving. Yeah. I'm like, oh no, you did the wrong thing. You gave them life.
And they got them out of what? They got them out of 3rd and 15.
Oh yeah. They were 3rd and 15 on their own, like 15. They were 3rd and 15 on their own.
Put them on the 30. Now they're running this no huddle offense, moving the ball great, moving the ball fast. Indiana realizes that he called that timeout. You're now on Indiana's like 45.
Bro, also, Malachi Tony, I've seen that man have 2 miraculous one-handed snags back-to-back weeks. That boy gonna be a problem. Listen, your cousin Kadarius needs to learn from you. Or your brother Kadarius. I think it's his cousin or his brother. Either way, he needs to get his hands.
He needs to find you. You need to show him whatever your workout is, because
whatever your receiving core workout is, give it to him. He needs it.
Give it to him.
He needs
man.
And overall, and I think you posed the question: was this the classic? It was a really good game. Classic. It had some classic moments. I'll give it that. Like
it has
Mendoza's run is a top 10 classic moment. Like top 10, top 20.
Let's also talk about the ice that's in Cignetti's veins when it comes down to coaching.
Oh, listen, Cignetti, bro. If you see his facial structure, that man don't change. That man keeps the same face.
Well, you can see sometimes where like you can tell he was like, dear Jesus. But outside of that, like
the only time he really showed facial expression is when they did something bad.
Yeah,
and he got a
bad call or something.
He's so like, false start, come on now.
So there was some major like ESPN classic moments. Depends if you like offense or defense.
Honestly, I like both. Like I can love a defensive showcase and I can love an offensive shootout. To me.
This had moments of both.
This had moments of both.
This is the kind of game that you enjoy coming to watch because you're not watching a one-sided model. You're not watching like an all offensive game where everybody's just running the score up. Yeah. You're watching two teams legitimately slug it out both sides of the ball.
And I'm not watching an all
defensive plays when they need to make plays.
And I'm not watching an all defensive game where it's just like, bro, can anybody score? Like, can something?
Can you do? We do anything exciting?
Because, for example, we all know for the 72-70 LSU A&M game, that was great. Like, and I'm that eight overtime game, right? That game was phenomenal. But I'll even admit, at one point, I'm like, all right, bro, somebody got to stop something. And then on the flip side,
exactly.
And then on the flip side, we all remember where we were for the 3-6 LSU Alabama game, or whichever one that was, where it was like 3-6.
Even what was it like the 6-12 or 9-12 Tampa Bay or 49ers or what was Tampa Bay in Rams game?
Yeah, the 13-3 one or whatever that just 13-3.
Like, we all remember that.
It's like at some point you're just like, okay, can any of you offensive score? So this had a really good balance of both. It had clutch moments. It gave me a special teams moment, which I always love a good special teams moment, whether it's a kick return, a block punt that gets scored. I love it.
You know what's funny about that? I was going to put in the group chat when that happened. I'm like, the punter rolled right into it.
Oh, yeah.
Punter went right into that block.
What's the new Tar Heels news? God, man, we got a lot for you on the docket, man. Right now, we just reacted to that CFP because
we
good
just talking
football
about
is
the
good.
CFP game real quick.
That good football is good football. Like we just saying, good football is good football. But we definitely got a lot to talk about in terms of the day's docket. But yeah, the punter rolled right into it. I'll agree. And I never understood why punters did that. I never understood.
The Australian style punts.
Like, I get it if you're in a situation where they're not coming. But even then, last night, Indiana wasn't in a all-out, we're coming to block it. You literally just happened to go to the right where bro was coming from, and his second line of defense, they showed number 87, that second line, didn't even touch him. He didn't even try to touch him. He just let him go.
He comes across, blocks it. And like, I can understand the Australian style punts if you, like I said, just like you said, if you know they're coming and you're trying to get away from pressure. But like I said, they weren't bringing anybody. They weren't doing like a whole lot of extra rushing. And I think that's the reason why they did it, because I think they were expecting them to bring a lot of pressure. Because think about it, they're punting from what, their own.
They were punting from like the 5, because it got like blocked at like the 5 or 4. And
yeah, like he's punting. He's catching it at like the 2 or 3 yard line, punting it from the 5. They're expecting them to bring punt block after that, which I don't blame you. I would too.
We will.
Don't worry, we got you.
We will.
We definitely got you.
We got you.
Oh, we did. We got you on that.
Listen,
but yeah, so even with that, I can understand you. They did it because they expected the rush. Because like I said, I would have brought the rush in that situation.
Oh, I was definitely sending it.
I think analytically they're looking at it. Okay, they're definitely bringing the rush. This is definitely going to happen. Let's do this rollout, get a punt off real quick, and move on. They didn't get what they thought they were going to get. Punt blocked. Indiana goes up late, and that was like the third quarter.
Yeah, because they went up 17-7 on. They went up 17-7 on that.
That's when they went up 20. That's when they went up 24-10, I think.
Nah, 24 was Mendoza's touchdown. 17. They went up. 17,
he did have that. Yeah, they did have.
They went up
17-7.
Yeah. They kept. Miami comes back. They go 14-7. They score a touchdown. 14-17. Yeah. Then Mendoza goes down the 12-yard run. 24-14. Beck comes back.
They get it back.
He gets it. And then field goal, and then Beck and them are trying to come down, and they ice it.
But yeah, so like I said, if you didn't catch the game was great.
Where would you rank it in terms of CFP games you've watched since the CFP? I will say that in terms of the CFP era, it's one of the better national championships.
Since the CFP, I'd probably say top 3. Since the CFP era.
Since the CFP era, let's see. Clemson, Alabama 2.
I still think the Clemson, Alabama is probably my number 1 still.
Yeah, Clemson, Alabama is number 1 for sure. Then I would say the Alabama Georgia one were the one like where Devontae Smith caught the game winner.
Oh yeah, with that fly on the back end.
Yeah,
I'd say that might be number 2.
I'd say that's 2.
And I said that I'd probably put this at like number 3 or number 4. It'd be top 5 at least.
Yeah, this would be 3. National championships. Let's see, because we had the Notre Dame one last year. That wasn't really much.
Because I think that was like Ohio State and Alabama.
Yeah, because now I want to. Let me see.
Well, look, let me say, are you looking at? Because right now we got some other news we got to get into.
For sure. Let's see. About a dog.
So, it's some slightly unsurprising news because we've been seeing some, we've been seeing this trend coming up lately. So Duke is suing Darian Mensah over his NIL stuff. And we've talked about this before. So yeah, we've talked about this before because we've seen 2 other cases at least already. Old buddy from Washington and the linebacker that transferred out of Georgia to Missouri. It started out with that case because what these schools are arguing is these players will re-sign their contracts for the NILs and then hop into the portal, and that's violating the terms of their contracts.
And it's getting grimy because
it's getting real grimy because now you're about to set us. Now we're starting to set a whole nother precedent. But This is what we talked about. We said this was going to happen, And a lot of people, I think there was one guy that argued with us talking about, no, they need to get paid, blah, 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 blah. We're not arguing about them getting paid. But what we're saying is if you sign a contract,
you got to
need
honor
to read your contract and honor your contract, because this is the stuff that happens when you don't do that. If your contract states that we'll pay you this amount of money for you being here for this amount of years and you leave before that time is up, you can't sit here and expect to not have some kind of repercussion for it. You can't just be hopping from place to place and think, oh, I just lost $1.2 million that one year. No, if they promise to pay you $1.2 million for you to stay here this amount of time and they ask you for that money back, especially if they paid it to you already.
For sure. Because for those of you who don't,
the payment's already processed, and no, you owe them that money.
For sure. Because for those of you who want the nitty gritty and the details, long story short, Mensa told apparently Duke like on Friday that, which was the last day of the portal, he told Duke that he wasn't coming back, right? He informed him that he intended to transfer on Friday, which was the last day of the portal. Now, his deal in question is a multi-year NIL contract with Duke, which expired on the 31st of December. That was believed to be worth up to $4 million for the upcoming season, and it expires on December 31st. And under the terms of Duke's NIL with him, any disputes got to be settled through arbitration. But the school's like, yo, it filed a claim for arbitration on Monday and wants the judge to issue a relief until that. And what that relief is this. Duke wants Mensa to be denied the right to go into the portal. Whereas his Mensa's attorney said, yo, he went to Durham County to Superior Court Judge Michael Ofagluda, who ruled from the bench and said that he denied Duke's request for Mensa. He denied Duke's request for Mensa not to be entered in the portal. And the attorney said, yo, the judge, who's also a Duke basketball season ticket holder and thus a booster, also rescued Mensa from further proceedings. As a result, Duke went to a different judge and requested relief, and that judge is expected to potentially rule in favor, but they're going to have that case hearing on the 2nd. Now, here's what Duke is arguing, and it's like what we just said. It said Mensa reversed course, informed Duke that he would seek a transfer, and then issued a public farewell. In doing so, he repudiated. I don't know why I've been messing that word up all day.
Listen, words are hard.
Repudiated. Yeah, there it is. Repudiated the contract. Basically, he null and void. They say he null and voided and rejected.
Yeah, he voided.
The purpose now. He proposes now to move on to another collegiate institution and act as if its obligations to Duke do not exist. None of these facts can be disputed, but contracts mean something. If Mensa is permitted to continue his course of ignoring his contractual obligations and transfer to another school to compete in football and license his NIL rights to that school, Duke will have no ability to protect its rights in an arbitrary proceeding. Indeed, those rights will be practically worthless if Mensa is allowed to enroll at a collegiate institution, play football there, and relicense his rights. If allowed to enter the portal, Mensa can, within less than a day, do precisely this. In other words, unless the present position of the parties is preserved, Duke's ability to seek relief is apparently limited. And they also said this is what Mensa did to violate it. They said Mensa violated his terms of his NIL by disclosing its monetary terms, seeking to license his NIL in football to another institution, seeking enrollment at another institution, initiating contact with admissions or athletic staff at another institution, failing to notify Duke if he is contacted by another institution, and or acting in a way that has now harmed his image and the image of Duke by ignoring the terms of his conditions and contract. So from Duke's perspective, this man flat out came to the decision he was going to transfer, started contacting schools about the transfer, probably told them how much he was getting paid, according to them.
Because it's a bidding war during transfer portal,
Yeah, so they're saying he knew how much he was getting paid, shared that info with the other schools before allowing Duke and telling Duke that he was going to leave. And they're afraid that that Duke didn't even get a chance to match it, but also they're like, bro, it's against your contract to let them know what we're paying you, because of course they're gonna come in and pay you more if they know what.
Right, they're gonna just swoop in at the end and just pay you more. So I think the one thing I think I misunderstood initially was, so his contract expires December 31st of this year, correct?
From what I'm seeing, it expires at the end of this calendar year, at the end of 2026.
Okay. Because at first in my head it expired the 31st of this past year, and I'm like, if it expired last year, then it doesn't matter what he did. He can do what he wants now. The contract's over. But
the reason why I think it's this calendar year is because in the article it says it's believed to be worth up to $4 million for the upcoming season. So I'm thinking it's still going through the calendar year of 26.
So, and once again, this brings up a major issue. The issue is when you sign contracts, one, and I don't care what medium you've been through, in cartoons, in TV, in movies, in books, radio publications, all of that, they have said it specifically. Read your contracts, read the fine print. Because if this was in your contract and you didn't read it and you signed it anyway, you're opening yourself up for this kind of nonsense. We've talked about this before. I think the team that signs a player should pay the remaining of the money to the old team, which is fine, which would be okay.
That's what
in this situation.
That's what happens when college coaches go to the NFL who are still on the contract. The NFL team will pay out the remainder of that contract.
That's what happens.
The Carolina Panthers did it with Matt Rule.
Well, that's what happens when you trade players too.
Yeah, they
whatever contract the new team picks up, you're paying off the remainder of whatever's going on.
Yeah,
and then here's the other thing though, which I agree that I think the team should pay that, but when you sign a contract that apparently, according to Duke, states you're not supposed to disclose this monetary amount and stuff to other teams. You're not supposed to be contacting and talking to other schools, all this stuff, at least not without contacting us first. And you did it. And like I said, you go in and say you're transferring on the last day of the portal. This is after, because I remember seeing an announcement saying that he re-signed with Duke and was going to play with Duke again. I remember specifically seeing that post on Bleacher Report, ESPN, all kinds of media outlets. Then you come in on the last day of the portal and do some sneaky shit like this.
That's how you know. That's how I know it got you heated. We went almost PG-13 for the kiddos, man.
This is like to be facts with it. This is greasy. This is greasy.
It is. No, it is because
unprofessional.
This is worse. This is worse than what who was it? Who was the Tennessee quarterback that was the big portal issue last year? That went to UCLA. Like, you know who I'm talking about, though.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, though.
Yeah, because he was mad that Tennessee didn't pay him, but then did a grimy move over to UCLA.
And funny thing is, some of that issue was because of his daddy. His daddy was out here talking to schools asking for $8 million a year.
That's what it was.
So, like with his situation, that was his dad causing most of that problem.
Yeah, Amaliava.
Oh,
Amaliava. There it is.
Yeah,
there it was. Nico Amaliava.
He was at UCLA with his brother.
Yeah, because he went from Tennessee, transferred to UCLA with his brother,
and then went to UCLA and got less money at UCLA because of taxes.
Ew.
But like the problem was with this, because the same thing's happening with old buddy at Washington trying to transfer to LSU. And because this is another thing that started, because he went ahead and re-signed with Washington, and then a few days later decides I'm going to hop in the transfer portal, and now Washington's suing him for almost the exact same thing.
And you know what? We talked about this earlier. And this is what needs to happen. From now on, going in for college sports should make this a mandate, because we are in the new NIL era. All incoming freshman athletes, no matter the sport you play in, if you are looking to get an NIL or trying to get to an NIL in any way, shape, or form, your freshman year, you have to enroll in a financial literacy, contract literacy class. Whether it's your fall semester or your spring semester, you have to enroll in this class so you understand. I would say probably your fall semester, regardless of what sport you're in, your very first semester, enrolling in that class. This way you understand what you were getting yourself into and know what's coming.
Shoot, you should take this for your whole first year. Bump a semester.
And for those athletes, who come in early or whatever the case may be, like the early enrollees like UNC has, okay, you're at UNC right now here in the spring. Guess what? One of your first classes with this NIL stuff, you're going to have financial literacy, contractual literacy, because you need to understand the terms and conditions of a contract. Not only to make sure you fulfill its obligations, but to protect yourself from situations like this where you're getting sued and you're losing that NIL money you just earned or you thought that was coming your way. And all of that, it sets you a better precedent for the long run, because now when you get to the NFL, MLB, NBA, women's national soccer team, or whatever sport, Major League Softball, and so have you, you understand contractual language. You understand how they move. You understand what are things you're supposed to look for and what are things you know you are possibly getting hold on. Because everybody hates
the problem with this is
reading the fine print and getting just screwed.
And the other problem with this is all this litigation that you're going through now, all this is doing is keeping you from transferring. This is holding you up now.
And now,
honestly, you missed the window anyway. You waited till the last dang day.
I was about to say, and if the NCAA decides you're not worthy of their time, they don't have to grant you a waiver and say, okay, yeah, we'll still let you transfer. They can literally just be like, well, that was your contract, and you decided to wait till the last day and didn't think an issue was going to pop up. Boom. You thought you could be free to get out of it. Now we ain't got to jump in.
Because now you got to wait to what? The summer window? If there is one?
I don't even think there's a summer window, because I think
there's a summer window anymore.
They reduced it down to this one window again.
Yeah, so now you just missed your opportunity playing around. Like, if you knew you were going to transfer, or at least was even thinking about it, you could have at least told Duke, hey, I'm thinking of transferring. And everybody could have been prepared for this, and they could have worked something out. But you waited to the very last second.
I think the only way he does it is if he manually unenrolls, like he's just he unenrolls as a regular student, not a student athlete, but unenrolls as a regular student and then goes to a new school. I think that's the only way right now.
That's I could be wrong. Because what was it? There's another guy from Wisconsin this happened to, didn't it?
I think so.
The cornerback? Yeah, the cornerback that was just playing with Miami this year. I think it was what was his name? Because I saw him too. It was like Federico or something like that.
Let's see.
The cornerback, because he was transferring from Nebraska, had the same issue pop up.
You talking about Xavier Lucas?
Yeah.
It says it's like Wisconsin cornerback Xavier Lucas transferred to the University of Miami in early 2005 or early 2025. But his move became a major controversy after Wisconsin filed a lawsuit accusing Miami of illegal recruiting due to pre-existing name, image, and likeness deals. Lucas bypassed the traditional portal by unenrolling from Wisconsin and enrolling at Miami, using a loophole in NCAA rules, leading to a significant legal battle over NIL contracts and player movement, as Wisconsin claimed Miami induced him to break his agreement.
So this is about to do the same tip. It's about to be a whole mess. But you know what's not going to be a mess? Hopefully, this team next season. So, of course, Bill recently was on NFL. It was on not NFL, but Game Day with Pat McAfee, Nick Saban, and all that. And they went and asked him, like, how does he feel after his first year being a college coach, and where does he think the team is going? He goes and said,
Jordan doesn't love it.
To be honest, he was actually quite upbeat, to be real with you.
I'm so happy.
I'm just happy I've ever been. So he goes on to say, it was great working with a lot of the young players. I saw a lot of improvement, both off the field and their training, conditioning, strength, explosion, all of that. And then on the field in terms of their technique, communication, and so forth. We really didn't have a recruiting class last year. A lot of new players, 70 new players to start the season. This year we'll be in a much better shape in terms of having some continuity and building forward through spring ball. I'm excited about that, which I don't disagree, because there wasn't really because you came in between recruiting classes. The classes you had was already coming in, really.
No, I'm not giving them that pass. They knew it was a
no. I'm not done yet. Hold on. I'm not done yet. Now, we all know how crap of a job you did in the transfer portal, because the excuse of, oh, we got in there late. We're not passing off. We're not letting you get a pass with that, because you knew you were there long enough to know that you had to put that the portal was open and y'all needed to start looking for people. You didn't. We also knew that you had a GM that is crap at negotiating or really tries to strong arm and screw stuff up. He did that for you. Luckily enough, this year, it looks like the strategy changed up a little bit this year. I would think overall, he needs to win 8 games next year and UNC needs to move on.
I'm going to give him 500. I'll give him 500, which is probably 8.
I'll give him be over 500.
He has to be over 5. He has to be over 5.
He needs to be over 5.
And that's not including a bowl game. I'm putting that out there now. Has to be over 500, non-bowl game included.
I'll say, yeah, he needs to be at minimum 500. If he's not at minimum 500 this year,
7 and 5, 7 and 5.
I'll say 6 and 6.
If we going over 500, he's got to go 7 and 5. He got 4. He got 4 wins last year. So
yeah, I mean, he can improve 3 wins this year.
So yeah,
because he did bring. Because think about it, because like I said, you brought in veteran quarterbacks that have fit. You brought in Bobby Petrino. You got some new offensive linemen that actually got some scruff on, that got some legitimate experience.
Big scruff.
You brought in some talent that I think as a whole was better than the class of talent you had last year, transfer portal wise. Because sure, there was definitely some great highlights in the portal from last year. Kamori House, Thaddeus Dixon, Simpson and all those guys. Like you had some real good highlights. But I think this year, as an overall group, it's a 6 and 6 isn't progress to me. Fair enough. 7. So we'll all agree 7 and 5.
He said 6 and 6 ain't it.
Hey, listen, and I'm not even going to argue with you. 6 and 7 and 5 it is. Because I think you can find 3 games.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, they got 12. So 7 and 5. You got TCU, East Tennessee State, Notre Dame at home, UConn, Clemson, Duke, Louisville, Miami, NC State, Syracuse, Pitt, and Virginia. And if I'm looking at it right now, East Tennessee's should be a win. UConn should be a win. Clemson, the way they've been going, should be a win.
Tell you the truth, UConn's going to be sneaky. Because remember, UConn actually qualified for a bowl game. And I think they won it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. At games I think they could win off rip. East Tennessee, UConn, Clemson. If Mensa's gone, you should be able to beat Duke. Louisville, so that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Syracuse, 6, and Pitt, 7. After that, like Virginia, NC State, flipping Notre Dame, TCU, those are the ones up in the air. But yeah, you definitely should get 7 and 5 is my minimum. 7 and 5 is my minimum. Like I ain't taking that less than that.
7 and 5 is the bar because, like I said, you brought in better quarterbacks. Nothing against Gio, but you have a much, much better offensive coordinator than what you had before. And if Bobby Petrino can't turn your offense around, then you have a bigger problem than Bobby Petrino. Because Petrino ain't your issue.
Did TCU lose their quarterback? I'm curious now.
Yes, they did. Hoover, yeah, he transferred.
I mean, but they also just got a Harvard guy to come in.
Harvard though.
Hey, the man had 52 passing TDs and 6,000 passing yards.
But in the Ivy League though,
the man had 52 passing TDs. Hey, listen, there's more comp than what you get down in D2.
In the Ivy League though,
listen. The Ivy League used to win championships. It might have been back in the 1930s. They used to win championships. It might have been 100 years ago. Listen, that might have been 100 years ago, but they was winning titles back then, boy. Back when we wasn't even a thought. When our parents weren't thoughts.
Jaden Craig. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Like, he looks like if I say the wrong thing, he might sue me.
Hold up. I'm gonna see if what you're thinking, what I was thinking. Hold up.
But I saw it on the 24/7.
I saw it on ESPN.com. Gotcha.
Yeah, he looked like he would take me to court, win 4 times over, and I'm like, I didn't even do nothing.
Listen, he from Montclair, New Jersey. You gonna let a man from New Jersey beat you?
I mean, a Harvard man from New Jersey, probably.
Like, he said he lived in New Jersey and he went to Harvard. Listen,
and he went to Harvard. Like, hey, I mean, I'm not even.
Hey, listen, the School of Hard Knocks with the street smart, with the book smarts. You never know.
And he's Harvard's all-time leading passer in touchdown passes and yards.
Here's the thing, though. To use your logic, Harvard though,
Ivy League
though.
I mean, I'm still holding that logic. I ain't letting that go.
I bet you. I bet you aren't, sir. I am.
Listen, at this point, I gotta stand 10 toes down. Ain't that like what?
I'm not surprised. You know who needs to stand 10 toes down somewhere else?
Freddie Kitchens.
Mm-hmm.
And Ted True, he didn't even stand 10 toes down over there. He's volunteering.
Ew. I didn't. Yep. You just included that. I didn't even. That's how I know you included that. Like at the last minute, I didn't even see it. I didn't even have a thing for it.
Hey, but I was like, I ain't even a thing in here for it. But yeah, now Freddie Kitchens is joining Clemson's staff in a voluntary role. So, yeah, that's about right. So surprisingly enough, apparently Freddie Kitchens and Dabo Swinney actually have like a similar connection somewhere. So Dabo Swinney, and you remember, don't drink nothing before I get to. Dabo Swinney was an assistant at Alabama when Freddie Kitchens was the starting quarterback in Alabama in 1994.
The fact that I was one when this was going down.
So surprised, like, listen, I was. Listen, if you think you were shocked and appalled, I was like, what? One, I didn't even know Dabo Swinney was that old.
I sure as hell didn't.
I didn't know that, but I didn't know he was up there that high. Because yeah, he said he was a graduate assistant at Alabama in the late 1990s when Kitchens was a team starting quarterback. So this is from 1999. So Kitchens worked in college football from 99 to 2005 before working in the NFL from 06 to 21.
Well, Freddie, hope you do well down there. Way better than you did here because you were heart garbage here.
So, but you know what's wild about this though? Apparently, Clemson and Dabo do this pretty regularly.
Well,
so they bring in former assistants and coaches and stuff in volunteer coaching roles or volunteer assistant roles every year. Last year, it was ECU's former coach Mike Houston and Lonnie Galloway, which was our former wide receivers coach.
So they just take the fired coaches and be like, "Hey, you want to volunteer?"
He's like, "Hey, you need a job?
You're not paid." Internship?
He's like, internship? Need to add something to that resume? We got you.
Shoot. But speaking of people who might be losing a job.
Ooh, buddy.
Hey, yo, Cobb, come back. Come back. Hey, Cobb, you might want to come back for this one, buddy. Because
I say, Cobb, if you in here, raise your hand.
Raise your hand because
just give us a yo real.
It's time. We got to talk about Davis and his basketball situation.
Okay, where do I even start with this nonsense? Because I'm glad.
Let me count the ways in which I'm disgusted.
To be honest, to be real about it.
Let me. You know what? Where's Sloth when you need him? Sloth. A week ago we thought you was crazy. We thought you was like just trying to wish upon like ill will. However, a week later, I am disgusted. I am appalled. I am flabbergasted.
I didn't even think he was crazy. I didn't even think he was crazy. I just thought he was being spiteful. Now I understand why.
I thought I was being accosted for the way he spoke on it. But after this week, bro, you know what? He got it. Sloth. I put Sloth in a coach. I put me in a coach. I put my dog right here in a coach. Anybody.
Like, you just find that man off the street. Bring Roy back. I know Roy retired, but
Roy,
bring him back.
Please.
I'll
go get Rick. Listen, can we get Rick Pitino from St. John's? I know the man had a scandal, but can we go get him? Please. At least I know Rick gonna give me some championship calibers. Please.
Let's see here. One, we have gone 1-3 over the last 4 games. That's first thing.
Yeah.
In 2 out of the 3 of those losses, we had leads going in the second half. Double-digit leads. So the offense where everyone shoots threes doesn't fit Wilson's skill set. Hate that kind of offense. I hate that kind of offense.
The offense.
We're not the Warriors.
Here's the thing. The offense where everybody can't even make free throws or make threes sucks.
That's the other thing.
We are
not awful from the free throw line.
But we're shooting threes out the gym like we're the 2016, 2017, 2018 Warriors. When that ain't the case. And we can't make free throws.
Here's the wild thing about this, though, right? You know what the wildest thing about all of this is?
That we're supposed to be winning when we're not.
Here's the thing. In the ACC itself, we are at the top 10 in almost every category but one.
Yeah, 3-pointers made or free throws.
Free throw percentage.
There it is.
Free throw percentage is the worst one that we're in.
And I guarantee you, we're bottom of the ACC for that. We're like last.
We're 17th
out of 19.
Yeah, we're 17th. So in points per game, we're first with 83.4 points per game. Second in offensive efficiency with 117.9. First in field goal percentage at 49.3%. Second in 2-point percentage, which is 60.7%. Fifth in 3-point percentage of 34.1%. First in effective field goal percentage of 56.6. 17th in free throw percentage of 65.1, which is god awful. Third in the amount of attempts at 25.8 attempts per game. Second in assists at 16.4 per game. Sixth in assist percentage at 56.6. Eighth at rebounds per game at 9.2. Seventh at offensive rebound percentage at 33.7. Eighth in turnovers per game at 10.6. And fourth in turnover percentage of 15.3%. Here's my problem, and that's just for the offense. I don't even see them pulling any defensive stuff because the defense is abysmal. The defense is hot dog water.
This is how I feel.
That sums it up enough.
This is how I feel. This is how I feel with all of this. I just wanted to share this with y'all, Tar Heel Nation. This is how I feel with the simple fact that we are that dominant in every other category in college basketball, in the ACC at least, and we're playing like this. Like, I'm just flabbergasted because I understand college basketball is a long season. We go through our ups and downs, our highs and our lows, but losing games the way that we've been losing them is just abysmal. It's abysmal. It's atrocious. It's god awful. We
I think
think
this
about
is
it. The Stanford
That's
game. Because, for example, Stanford game, bro, we shot as many threes as Stanford made. Yes, y'all heard me. We went 6 of 16. We attempted 16 threes, only made 6. Stanford made 16 out of 28.
So that's sad considering Davis and Lebo were good shooters, but teaching players to shoot seems to be lacking. Here's the thing. One, I don't know what you're focusing on in practice, because apparently it said after the 2 games we lost in California. Because one, let me just tell you what Hubert Davis says about the loss, especially the loss to Cal.
Can I give you a stat though that'll probably egg on your rant?
Oh, please.
So, and you know how you told us we were 1 for 3 in our last 4 games?
Yep.
All right, I'll give you the quick rundown. The Cal game. Cal shot 54% from 3, 50% from the field. The Stanford game. Stanford shot 65% from 3, 57% from 3, 57% from the field. And the SMU game. SMU shot 52% from 3 and 60% from the field. So we are allowing these teams to shoot over 50% from 3 alone. Then over 50% from the field.
And you know what's crazy? You know what's wild? We talked about this. I brought this up before the Stanford game. Right, you two. It's sad. We brought this up before the Stanford game, showing that the front court defense is lacking. Now, check this out. So, what Davis had to say about the Cal loss, he says what attributed to the slow start against Cal was that the team was still shook from the Stanford loss. We blew a 12-point lead with under a minute left. Now, the 12-point lead, we lost over some time, but we lost the lead with under a minute left in the game behind 16 three-pointers shot by Stanford. Shot and made, by the way. Stanford made 16 three-pointers in the back end of the second half. He said, the Stanford game reminded me very much of the Wake Forest game. The only difference is we lost. We led for 38 minutes of the game. We were up 12 a number of times, and we had a 2-minute stretch that ended up getting us a loss. Also, prior to the Cal game,
they led for 95% of that game.
Yeah, 38 minutes.
Had more rebounds. 10 more rebounds. Actually shot better from the field at 58% to Stanford's 57%.
When I tell you, we literally, I think I called you after this game, and I told you we got beat by 3 guys.
I called you.
One of them was a freshman.
Yeah, I was sick. I was sick about it.
One of them was a freshman. That freshman went for 38 points.
36, 12 of 20 from the field, 9 of 11 from free throw. I'm only taking away those 2 points you just said because it'll make me feel better about myself. But that kid also had 9 rebounds and only 1 turnover in 36 minutes.
The point guard.
Bro,
literally would just run from coast to coast, cut us to pieces.
Here's the bad part, bro. He scored 36. You had number 11 on his team.
Yep.
On the 11, he had 20. And then they had a guy off the bench with 20.
Then a rotational guy had another 20.
You know everybody else on that team did not put up more than 5 points. They had 3 dudes.
So you know why those other 2 had 20 points?
I mean, the dude off the bench went 6 or 7 from 3, And the other dude, number 11, went 5 of 9 from 3.
Yup. And you know what's even funnier about that? You know what's even wilder about that? All of those threes came in the last 5 minutes. All of them. All 11 of those threes they shot came in the last 5 minutes. When I tell you the defense, when I tell you the defense looked lost
to what we had, the good times. All right.
I was about to mute.
Nacho was about to mute me. Hey, just put me on mute, but let me continue singing.
Let you just keep going.
Dang, I ain't that bad.
No, I didn't even say you were, because we're not done here. We're not done. So prior to the Cal game, Davis decides, you know what? I'm going to try to spark the same passion we had against Ohio State. So he takes them to the New York Knicks and Warriors game. Because prior to the Ohio State game, he took them to the Hawks versus Spurs. That ain't do nothing.
I was about to say, taking them to a Warriors game is probably the worst thing you could do.
Because he said one of the things I took from it, and I told the team, is the way that they move the basketball from an offensive standpoint is a 5-point mentality. As soon as it touches your hands, they were driving it, they were passing it, they were shooting it. They weren't dribbling it, they weren't holding it, just ball movement is elite. Which, cool. The Knicks and Warriors are pretty good at both of those things. That ain't mean nothing, because UNC gave up 54 points in the first half. Cal went 10 of 16, shot over 62.5% from three, and 56% from the field. And he says, I really believe against Cal, we were, for the first half, shook from the game against Stanford. By the time that we woke up, we were down 18 or 20, and we started to play better and started to play the way that I knew that we can play. And they did. They came alive. They came alive, went on a 20-5 run in that second half. It pulled within 3 minutes, but it wasn't enough.
Here's my issue with that statement. No. Here's my issue with that statement. Bro, y'all started, and at one point, we're leading in the first half, or it was in 2.
Mm-hmm. Ended up being down by 17 at the end of the first half.
And then, worst case scenario, when it was at its worst, y'all were down by 27.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, hold up. I'm not 27. I'm sorry. That is 17. You were right.
Yeah, like I said, they were down 17 at the end of the half. Went on a 20-5 run in the second half to pull within 3, but still lost.
Because I'm looking at it, it's like y'all worst spot was when y'all were down 55-72.
Yep.
I'm appalled. I'm flabbergasted. I'm distraught. Because this at the North Carolina, I know.
You want to know what Danny Green had to say about it?
Danny's pissed.
Oh, Danny was not he was not pleased with what we had. Because UNC's mired by one of its worst defensive stretches in program history. It has allowed an average of 90 points per game over the last 4 games, including a woeful 14.5 made 3-pointers per game. So Danny Green goes to say, we are ranked 337th in turning teams over. We're not getting extra possessions. We're shooting terribly from the free throw line. We're not looking like a great rim protection team. If we're not doing all of that, we can't let teams kill us from 3. So he goes to suggest, and like I said, I'm kind of paraphrasing here. He goes on to suggest some possible adjustments they can make going forward, especially before Notre Dame. Because this ended up being like a video. So like
all of them.
So one, since he said, a lot of these threes that they're making is coming off of Caleb Wilson not rotating fast enough and getting out and pressuring shots. One, it's not just Caleb.
It's the whole team. I've watched some of these games. Like, bro, nobody wants to get out there. They're just letting them fire them holes left and right. Excuse me,
they're just letting them, like, they're getting lost off of screens, getting lost off rotation, and doing it. So one of his thoughts were, okay, possibly going with a one big lineup, getting like one of the smaller guys to help kind of run the perimeter, getting them off that line a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're going to go two bigs, then you really have to be you really have to be dominating the glass. You can't let them out rebound you. Which I've seen in some games that's definitely happened, especially the closer games or the games that we end up losing. We are definitely losing the rebounding battle when it's crucial.
Okay, I was about to say, because it's like looking at it.
Because that's what happened with
like look at it. Cal game, we're tied in rebound. Stanford game, we won the rebound battle. SMU game, we won the rebound battle.
So yeah, that's what happened with Stanford. It was when we needed the rebounds the most is when we weren't getting the rebound. Plus, like you said, we're also not a very good we're not doing well when it comes down to getting turnovers.
Bro, that is true. And I'm gonna say this. At the end of the day, rebounding is a hustle stat. Rebounding is literally. Do you just want to go hustle and get it and not look at the next person? Rebounding is a hustle stat because it takes effort to go get a rebound. And that effort is, you know what? I'm going to go get this ball rather than wait on my teammate to go get it. Or you just sit there and think, it'll bounce to me. I ain't got to move. No, go get the ball.
Shoot, I told my team just the other day. I said defense is about effort.
That's all it's ever been. It's
defense is an effort side of the ball. You can't take a possession off because you think your guy can't shoot. You can't just not go after rebounds. I tell them all the time, once the ball leaves his hand, we want that ball back. We don't want to just sit there and wait till it hits the floor or bounces 5 times and then go after it once it hits the floor. No, when the ball is in the air, you find where that ball is going and you catch it before it hits the ground. We want it first. But because at the end of the day, like, one, you can't teach effort. You can't coach effort.
Oh, no.
You can't coach effort. But what you can do is coach fundamentals and coach basic responsibilities. And at this point, because the podcast that Danny Green was talking on, they said at one point we got put in the zone. And North Carolina, and we don't run zone defense as well at all.
Not unless we need to.
We can, but because they've been pointed out, Roy Williams hated putting us in the zone.
Like I said, we do it if we have to, not if we can avoid it.
If we can avoid getting put in the zone, we are going to avoid it. But for some reason, it's like
here's the other thing, bro. Playing zone, playing man, it don't matter whether you're in zone or in man. Like we've reiterated numerous times, it is a effort thing. You have to have pride in defense. You have to have urgency and just desire in defense. Being good on defense is simply saying, I don't want you to score. It's not the mindset of, I know I can just outscore you. It's no, I just don't want you to score at all. Bump that. You don't get a bucket. You don't get a chance to put up a bucket. I'm stopping you. Because on the offensive end, you have to understand you're not going to make every shot. But on the defensive end, you can make a dude miss every shot. You that confident in yourself. It's like, I know one of my shots is going to fall eventually. But I can make sure you never have a shot go in. If your shot goes in, it is on a prayer. It is on a wish and a prayer. Like, that is the best way I've always approached defense.
Because I can't agree more that this is the worst defensive stretch we've had in basketball I've seen in God knows how long. Even the teams that weren't as good as the team that we got this year played defense much better than this.
Because it's a standard. Plus, it's the brand. Tar Heel basketball is up there with Kentucky and Duke and Kansas. Bro, you have to play great basketball. Like great basketball, whether it's offense or defense, that's what you got to play at Kentucky. With the Tar Heels, there is a standard. You don't come in here half stepping. You don't come in here only playing one side of the ball. You throw on that Tar Heel uniform. Hey, bro, I know I'm going to get effort from you on both sides. Do I expect you to win every game? No, because it's the nature of the beast. Do I want you to win every game? Of course I do. I'd love it for you. But at least when you step off this court, I can say, yo, they played hard defense. Few shots just didn't fall our way. We played hard on offense and defense. A few things just didn't go our way. Refs gave us a few whistles that we shouldn't have, so on and so forth. But when I have to sit there and look and say, we lost because y'all just were lazy. Y'all just didn't have the effort. Y'all just didn't. You didn't. What you said about Indiana, you didn't want it more.
That's it.
You did not want it more than the other person.
Every team that I've coached, I tell them I don't care if we win or lose a game. But what I care about is whether or not you've literally gave everything that you have on this court for 4 quarters. I tell them I want you to make sure that they regret playing you every time any team that we play steps on this court with you. I want them to feel why they shouldn't play you again. I want them to remember in the back of their minds, even if they win, it took them 1 or 2 plays and it could have went a whole different way. That's what I want every statement, every game to be. And so far, North Carolina has decided they want that to be like every second or third game for them. It needs to be every game, any team that you play needs to be able to say, we don't want to play North Carolina ever again.
Nope.
That's it. If you got a team that comes on the court and be like, you know what, we'll come back out here and play y'all again. I'm ready to run that back. Then you ain't playing right. You ain't playing
that. You can't sit there and try to. You can't sit there and try to save your best stuff for certain games because as I'm looking at it now, with the stretch that we've had or whatnot, it's like, okay, y'all lost to SMU, Stanford, and Cal, all unranked. But you got a game versus Virginia coming up, and then Duke at the start of February. And I know their mindset. They trying to think, oh, yeah, we want to save our best game for those games. Well, guess what, sir? If you don't beat Notre Dame, Georgia Tech, and Syracuse in between those games, your record's going to look like trash. And then what happens? And then not even that. What happens if you lose those games and then you also lose Virginia and Duke? That's counting Stanford and Cal. That would literally be 7 straight losses.
They're gonna call you Frank.
And think about it. 7 straight losses right now puts you at 14-11. 14-11. You ain't making the tournament unless you go on a run and win the ACC tournament. You ain't making the tournament like that.
Because I can say the bright spot in the dark for this team right now, in my opinion, has been Seth Trimble with him coming back, Visar, and Caleb Wilson. Those 3 have been the bright spot in the dark right now.
As much as I know,
because Trimble plays head up defense, hard defense.
Yeah,
he makes big plays on offense too, even though he hasn't played.
That's why he's the second leader in steals on the team behind Wilson.
Yeah, like dude plays hard. So I'm gonna need the rest of the team to follow up behind that,
or at least in steals per game. My fault, steals per game.
Either way,
because total steals. You know what's crazy? Trimble's played 9 fewer games, and he has 1 less steal than Evans and Stevenson, who are tied for second.
Yep.
No,
he came back. He came back with that broken forearm with a vengeance. But we'll say
get it together, bro.
We'll say this, but we'll end this basketball news on a high note. Shout out to the women's basketball team.
Thank you, ladies.
An 82-55 win over Florida State, and with 4 out of the 5 starters scoring double digits. Because Lanny Grant out here leading the way with 14 points on 4-7 from shooting, from 4-7 from 3-point. All her points came from behind 3-point line except for 2 free throws that she made. So she went 2 for 2 from free throw line. Followed up by, Nyla Harris, the basic team star so far, with 13 points on 5 of 7 from shooting, 3 from free throws, 6 rebounds, 1 steal, and 1 assist. Even better.
I said, what Nyvar do in this game?
Nyvar, hold on.
I think she got 6 assists.
I think she got 12.
Oh no, she got 4. India.
Nyvar got. She was the only person. She was the only starter that didn't get double digits. She went 2 of 5 from field goals, 0 for 2 from 3-point.
She got 6.
She had 5 rebounds, 6 assists.
She also had 4 fouls. That's probably why.
Probably.
I'm looking at it now. She had 4 fouls. That's probably another reason why.
Probably. They're probably going after her pretty early in the game too.
More than likely.
Yeah, so overall, like I said, on top of that, the team controlled the rebounds with 38 rebounds to Florida State's 28 and 20 assists to Florida State's 10. So overall, like it was a good performance all around by the team. Good win on their end. Happy for them.
I'll also say this. Don't sleep on them this year because they 15-5 overall, 4-3 in the conference. They only overall record-wise, they are 2 back. They're 2 games back of Duke or of Louisville in terms of overall records because I'm looking at it right now. Louisville women 18-3, Syracuse women 16-3, Stanford and Tar Heel women 15-5, Duke women are 13-6, 30-6, Virginia Tech's 14-5. So yeah, they have a shot to win the regular season ACC title.
So yeah, they've been staying in it. Yes, like sure they've had a couple of roughish losses, like some pretty rough losses coming up, some heartbreakers. But overall, like they've been performing very well.
I mean, when you've won, 6 out of your last 8, hey, you're doing good, man. You're doing
real good.
And then 7 out of the last 10, actually, they won 7 out of their last 10. So that's all.
They've done good. Yeah, they've done great. And I was like, and keep that up. Like we love to see it.
Thank you, ladies. You're bringing us happiness in a time of sadness. Continue to show the world what Tar Heel basketball is about. So
I'm saying a little bit of happiness that we got coming in. We got a couple of last minute. We got 2 other late transfers coming in. One of them, Caleb Jackson, running back junior from LSU, and freshman offensive lineman Brandon Hamady from West Virginia.
Hamady. So now that the portal's officially side note, Sean Tompkins, he is no longer coming here. Offensive lineman Sean Tompkins is committed to LSU.
Oh,
I saw that earlier. I was like, dang.
Nah, that's the one that we looked at that we didn't.
That we didn't want. We were just like, yeah. Yeah, I saw he's committed to LSU last time I checked.
So I mean, at the end of the day, 18 transfers. And I think 18 quality transfers. Like getting guys from Ohio State, Texas, Clemson, Syracuse, Wisconsin, LSU, Michigan State, Florida, A&M. Like you got some solid guys coming in that I think. So I think it was a good improvement compared to last year.
It's a good improvement. And then when you look at who's leaving, it's like what? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 26 heading out the door, 18 coming in thanks to the transfer portal. It could have been worse. It could have been worse. But honestly, I'm not surprised that we have more going out the door just based off how bad the season was.
Yeah.
Based off how bad the season was, I'm not surprised by it.
And then some of the takeaways from it, like biggest win is being able to keep Jordan Shipp and Melcart. Definitely the biggest win of the transfer portal is being able to keep those two.
Keeping DeMond June too.
Yeah, keeping DeMond June.
Definitely keeping DeMond.
And then the biggest loss, and this is just according to the article I got it from. Biggest loss according to them is losing the 3 key linemen with C.J. Mims, DeAndre Robinson, and Tyler Thompson. I can definitely agree with Mims and Thompson for sure.
Yeah. I don't think
anybody. And then the biggest question mark is the quarterback room, because now our quarterback room consists of Billy Edwards, Miles O'Neill, Torrey Newkirk, and coming in Travis Burgess. So that is, I would say, agreeably, that is the biggest question mark we got, because quarterback play was not good last year.
When both your starting quarterback and your backup quarterback transfer out.
Yeah,
and one of your bench quarterbacks transfer out. Because I think Newkirk's the only one.
Yeah, Newkirk's the only one that stayed.
So
Newkirk's the only one that stayed. They also say the biggest underrated pickup is Peyton Sealman. Because and stat wise, I can agree. 120 tackles, 52 solo tackles, 4.5 tackles for loss, 2.5 sacks, 2 interceptions, 7 pass breakups, a forced fumble recovery, and first team All Patriot League honors as well. And then when they played North Carolina, he got 9 tackles and a quarterback hurry versus us. So
hey, and speaking of Patriots, gotta give this man shout out. As much as I hate the Patriots, he's a UNC alum. So Drake Maye, hey sir, you're doing it in the wrong uniform, but you're doing the thing. So
the only Drake I'm happy about.
So you don't like Drake Bell?
He was weird.
He's atoned for it, and he's gone to jail, and he's now an advocate against. He's atoned for it. Like, we all deserve a second chance. Well, some more than others. He is on that level I would give.
I mean, I won't say
Drake London.
That Drake London doesn't count.
What do you mean? His name is literally Drake.
It is one of several Drakes I'm happy for, but we all know which Drake I'm talking about.
But Drake Maye and the New England Patriots are heading to their first AFC title game since 2018. Like I said, Drake Maye, you're doing it in the wrong uniform. Like, I want you to be successful, but not for this team.
Here's the problem.
Dog.
The thing that I hate the most about this is you're about to do this against a Broncos team without its starting quarterback.
I believe in Jarrett Stidham.
I have very low hopes for Jarrett Stidham.
In Stidham we trust, but hey, man.
So it's funny. So Benchwarmer Brand made a joke about this. They say the only quarterbacks that New England loses to
are either because Nick Foles made that joke.
Are mediocre or Mannings, and Eli happened to be both.
Wow, that's crazy. Nah, because Nick Foles put out a thing on Twitter about it. He said, "Listen, Jay." He's like Jared. He's like, "Go out there and do your thing." And it's crazy because he's like, Patriots have a tendency to lose the backups. I should know.
They do.
And I was like, not Nick Foles just threw that shot out there. I was like, I love it.
Yep, either losing the mid or the mids or Mannings.
Listen, I'm gonna put it like this. Drake Maye. I'm gonna look like this, Drake Maye, and put it to you like this. I want you to go out there and do your best. Ball out, have a day. I want the Patriots to lose, though. But when they lose, I don't want it to be because of you. I'm being honest.
So in that case, when the Patriots don't ball out or have a day, but great season nonetheless.
Have a day, have ball out, but I want that defense to fail you. That way, it's not on you. Because I can't go through another Patriots dynasty, bro. I just can't. Talk about it. Talk about insufferable. I will say this though. Drake Maye is going to be he would have been tied with somebody. However, that individual did break their ankle. So Drake Maye is going to be the first quarterback from the 2024 draft to start a conference title game. Keyword to start. Had Bo Nix been in this game, Bo Nix also him and Drake Maye would be the first quarterbacks from this draft to start in the conference title.
I don't because everybody is automatically talking about Patriots dynasties. I don't think it's that deep. I can't even claim that. I can't even allow anybody else to claim that. I think y'all are thinking about this way too hard. I don't see no dynasty coming back out of this. I don't.
So you're gonna sit here.
I am.
And tell me, no. Mm-hmm. Listen. You're gonna sit here and tell me the powers that be, Roger Goodell and all his cronies, would not, at the slightest hesitation, start to make up some random rules, start to have some real questionable play calling, start to have some real easy schedules lined up for the New England Patriots, new golden boy, and their new coach, to where a Patriots dynasty could be potentially possible. You don't think that
Patrick Mahomes doesn't play for the Patriots?
Patrick Mahomes has a torn ACL. He's damaged goods now. They're on to the next best thing.
Remember, so did Tom Brady.
Patrick Mahomes ain't Brady. Patrick Mahomes ain't Brady.
And they still pull the same nonsense for time. Yeah, they have. Yes, they have.
Guess what?
They have.
Guess what? Mahomes ain't Brady.
And neither is Drake Maye.
He's a frog. Drake Maye is the new Brady, according to them.
No, don't you ever. Don't you
according to them.
Don't
please, according to them.
But yes, I'm going to sit here and say flat out with all of my chest and all of the bigness of my back.
I wouldn't even bring the bigness of the back.
With all of my chest and every bit of big my back can muster. It's not going to happen. A Patriots dynasty ain't coming back. They don't like Vrabel.
It don't matter. If the Patriots fans like him enough, they'll do it. Nobody liked Belichick like that.
They didn't like Belichick as a person. The NFL didn't like Vrabel as a coach.
Why would they not like Vrabel as a coach?
Because if they liked Vrabel as a coach, they wouldn't have allowed Tennessee to fire him. They wouldn't have allowed Derrick Henry to get traded under his
I ain't gonna lie. And speaking of Tennessee real quick, Robert Saleh. Sir, good luck.
Good luck.
Because, boy, here's the bad part. Is this situation worse or better than when than what he went to with the Jets?
I think it's better from an organizational standpoint.
The only thing that's better is his quarterback.
I mean, that's absolutely.
I'll say that he has a way better quarterback now,
and he has a defensive tackle that's better than where he was at too. But that's not the point. The point is, I think organizationally, from top to bottom, I think it's a better situation because at least the owner and the GMs in Tennessee aren't using Madden to make their picks and decide their strategies.
I don't know, man. Remember, this is the same owners and GMs that got rid of A.J. Brown, Derrick Henry, and Vrabel when they were winning.
They've changed since then. They've changed since then. Yeah.
Okay.
If I remember right, it's a new GM that's over there now. The owner is still there, but it's a new GM since Vrabel left.
All right, I'll double check that later, man.
Yeah, we'll check that later.
But now we reached the end. We don't have any new re-signs or redelivers, no new recruits either, and so And birthdays. Oh yeah. Happy birthday to one Timmy Lawson. She had a birthday yesterday with Dr. King. So, or at least with Martin Luther King Jr. Day itself. So got to share a birthday with that. Happy birthday, Timmy Lawson, man. Hope you have a great one. And this week, for a best draft challenge, it's a little bit easier this week. Because last week we were struggling to the point where I didn't even include that recorded in the end, right? Like that clip is not there. Like, because we struggled. That clip was like 30 minutes of hell.
Yeah, we ain't know nothing. We ain't know nothing.
This week, different type of challenge, but I think you're gonna like it. I think you're gonna like this one. All right.
Okay.
Fast food challenge. Right?
Okay.
First, you pick a fast food or a food from any joint, but they have to fit these categories, okay?
All right.
First one has to be a burger.
Okay.
Second one has to be a chicken option.
Okay.
Third one has to be, let me make sure because I had it. It was like burger, chicken, and then what was the third one? It was, oh, where'd it go? I just seen it. Yep, a breakfast item. So third is breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
4 is going to be random. So whatever you want from fast food spots. And then 5 is going to be your drink choice. All right?
Okay. And these are major chains, right?
They can be major chains. Yes. So
I was about to say, because we can't really say local chains because some people ain't going to know them.
Yeah, some people ain't going to know them. So y'all got it. Burger, chicken, breakfast, then random, and lastly is going to be the drink.
All right.
So
and feel free to play along if y'all want to.
Feel free to play along. Put yours in the comment sections to see what y'all got. All right. Since you are here, sir, I shall give you the first draft pick. What you picking? What's your burger?
I am going to say the double bacon cheese from Whataburger.
Double bacon cheese?
Let me make sure what the name of it is. Because it was between them or Culver's.
Culver's?
Culver's?
I ain't never had Culver's a day in my life, bro.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I think you're missing out.
I ain't never had Culver's a day in my life. All right.
Yeah, just a double Whataburger. Add bacon is what it is.
All right. If I'm going burgers, I ate this burger the most growing up. I'm getting, and it's called something different. Called something different now, but Dave's Double from Wendy's. Ketchup only.
That look weird. We'll go here.
Hey, I used to kill it. Like, bro, it was when I was younger, I didn't have a lot of condiments. Now I could probably do it with just a Dave Double, just no cheese. That's probably what I do.
Like, I just don't understand. Like, a burger with no cheese is weird to me.
Why?
I don't know, man. It just like
why is a burger with no cheese weird?
Like, I'm not gonna say like I can't have a burger with no cheese because I have had a burger with no cheese, no problem. I just feel like some burgers are just better with cheese.
And to round it up,
now it also depends on the cheese. I will say that too, though, because sometimes just a regular slice of American just don't cut it.
For my chicken option, I'm actually gonna go with the KFC chicken sandwich. I'm actually gonna go there for the KFC chicken sandwich. I think it's very underrated. I know a lot of people might choose Chick-fil-A or whatever the case may be. Runner up was the Wendy's Biggie Bag chicken sandwich, Chicky Biggie LT. That was actually I want a chicken sandwich. Yeah. I want the chicken sandwich. Yep. And I'm stupid. I know what I want.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
I know what I want. I'm stupid. He was sitting there. He was hoping I didn't. He was like, I hope to God this man don't do it.
Man, what a chicken. Like, bro, that chicken is terrible. I won't say terrible, but that chicken is flavorless.
Hey, the chicken sandwich though. I don't care if it's tender. I don't care if it's tenders on a sesame bun with some sauce and some lettuce. I don't care.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you if this counts or not, and you can tell me. You can tell me it doesn't.
It doesn't have to be a sandwich. It can be any chicken.
I know that. Does like Publix count?
I'll let it slide.
Because I was gonna say the Publix chicken sub.
I'll let it slide because I know you can get it quickly.
I mean, if not, like I said, I had another option. If not, because I was gonna say if not that, I was gonna say the Bo Bites from Bojangles.
Bo Bites. I'll go Bo Bites because Publix is technically a grocery store that just sells.
Yeah, because that's why I was like, even though I was like, it's technically a grocery store, it's not a fast food plot. They just have their grocery store with food in it. So Bojangles, Bo Bites.
All right. Third one, breakfast. A breakfast item.
That's a little tougher though.
Is it?
It is a little bit. Because like sure you could say like the Waffle House waffle, but it's one of those things. But it's also one of those things you got to get at like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
I want to say it's between the Bojangles biscuit or a Biscuitville biscuit.
Oh, you thinking of the Bowberry biscuit? That's what you thinking of.
No. I'm like just a regular.
Oh, just a regular biscuit, not a Bowberry biscuit.
I don't use Bowberry. I don't count Bowberry biscuits as breakfast. That's like a lunch dinner thing. It's too sweet to start your day off with.
I knew a dude. That's how he started off every day in college.
Boy, that man's stomach is better than mine. I'm gonna go. Actually, no. I am gonna go the Hardee's Ultimate Bacon, Egg, and Cheese.
Okay, I respect it. Hardee's with the love. For those who know me, this does not come as a shocker. If you know me, you know this is my breakfast.
It's the Burger King croissant sandwich.
Nope. You right at the spot. You yep. You had the spot. You had this.
I've had all right French toast sticks from over there.
All right, I've always had. That's literally the only reason why I go to Burger
King. I'm not
a
big fan of French toast though, so that's my.
I love the French toast sticks. Like, and that anybody who knows me, that is my breakfast order. That's the only reason why I go to Burger King to this day. I don't go to Burger King for the Whopper. I don't go for lunch or anything like that. I go to Burger King only for breakfast hours.
Fair enough.
All right. For the random item. Now this is the hard one. To me, this is the hard one. The random. I can't not have it. I can't not have it. The Taco Bell Crunch Wrap Supreme. I can't not have it. It was either that.
I always sub steak into mine.
Hey, it was either that or it was the steak chalupa. It was it was that or a steak chalupa. So I always gotta have the crunch wrap supreme. I can't not have it. Mexican pizza was third, but they keep discontinuing and keep continuing it.
Yeah, they get rid of it and bring it back all the time. Like you just never know.
Yeah.
Random. I'm actually gonna go with the Hershey pie from Burger King.
That's a good one. I like that. That's actually the one dessert I would get from Burger King. I'll agree with you. Okay, I take that back. When I do go to Burger King for lunch, it is for that Hershey pie. That's it.
Can tell you, have you tried to do SpongeBob when they did?
No, I told you.
If you get a chance to go before it gets going, it's worth trying. It's pretty good. I think it's like it's like a berry one.
Got you. And what is your drink, sir?
Gotta go with the Taco Bell Baja Blast.
Taco Bell Baja Blast.
Baja Blast. Actually, no. Back up. It's the Firehouse Holiday Sprite.
Firehouse Holiday Sprite.
Yeah, that joint was solid. That joint was good. It was between that or like a Hardee's milkshake. Like the Hardee's peach milkshake is good too.
Could I be basic and go with the McDonald's Sprite? I could, because that McDonald's Sprite is legendary. It is. However, because every time I've had this, it is slapped every single time.
I'm gonna take a guess before you do.
What do you think?
Is it Wendy's based?
Like, you mean, do I only get it at Wendy's?
Like, is it a Wendy's drink?
No.
Okay, because I was gonna say, if you said the berry medley lemonade,
yeah, that berry medley do slap. That berry medley do slap. I've had it. But I ain't had nothing hit harder than a Checkers strawberry Fanta, bro. Like, I don't know what it is, but specifically from Checkers or a Rally's, a strawberry Fanta from there hits 20 times harder than I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the
another good one, a Cookout Cheerwine float.
Honorable mention, any of the limeades from Sonic.
True that.
Any of the limeades, any of the limeades from Sonic. Like, you can't go wrong with any limeade from Sonic. I'm sorry.
You cannot go wrong with a limeade from Sonic.
Like, I don't care.
All the things they make on there between the cheese sticks and the limeade, the two things you can get, and they tend to be good.
I don't care what flavor you get of a limeade. You get a limeade, you're good. You get a limeade, you're good.
Can I switch mine to limeade? You can tell me no. I'm not going to be upset.
That man didn't even think about it. He said, "Can I switch it to limeade?"
But I haven't been to Sonic in so long.
You ain't been to Sonic since I came down, I think. Because remember the last time I think you went to Sonic was the night we all went to the hockey game and I won the fight.
Yeah, that is absolutely the last time. Yeah, that is it. I have not been to Sonic since.
I'll let you slide with that because that seemed to have touched your spirit.
It did awaken a core memory.
All right, y'all. So who y'all think won the best draft challenge of fast food? You got my dog Rice Box with the double bacon cheeseburger from Whataburger, the Bojangles Bowl Biscuits, the Hardee's Ultimate Bacon, Egg, and Cheese for breakfast, a Burger King Hershey's Pie is his random item, and a Sonic limeade to drink. Whereas, do you want a specific flavor for limeade?
Nah, like this limeade by itself is good. Like,
Whereas,
because I choose different flavors depending on what's going on.
Whereas with me, you got the Dave's double hamburger from Wendy's. You got the Razor Cage chicken sandwich, Burger King French toast for breakfast, Taco Bell Crunchwrap Supreme, and a Checkers strawberry Fanta. Also, comment below. Let us know what your top 5 was, man. Did any of these resonate with you? Let us know what you put in the comment section in your random 5 items. Remember, number 1's a burger. Number 2 is a chicken option. 3 is breakfast. 4 is a random item. And 5 is your drink.
I will go ahead and say, I personally believe he lost because Raising Cane's is on this list. But that's
wow. This man is crazy.
You know how
this man is crazy, bro. We're not gonna sit there and talk about me.
Day one.
You got Whataburger, dog. You got Whataburger. Yes, Whataburger is average.
So
Whataburger is average.
And if I have to get it 3 times.
And if I have to get it animal style, that means it's average, dog. Like I have to get it a specific way.
But then again, you also get your stuff kind of plain.
Just because I don't put cheese on it makes it plain.
You also eat it with just ketchup.
I took the just ketchup. I've eaten burgers with other condiments, sir. I literally have it as Dave's double hamburger. Like it could be anything on there except just no cheese.
The same way you feel about Whataburger is how I feel about Raising Cane's. That is bland chicken.
This man is
anywhere that is willing to give you a 32-ounce cup of sauce.
I think I will.
Your chicken in.
Hey, listen. I think
it has no confidence in their chicken. If they're willing to give you a 32-ounce cup of sauce to dip this chicken in, they have no confidence in the flavor of their chicken. That's all.
You know what? I'm surprised you didn't put like a Zaxby's salad for your chicken.
I thought about it. I did think about it. Zaxby's was in my head, but I'm like Zaxby's is too expensive.
I mean, you're not wrong.
It's too expensive to justify. Because to be honest, it's not the chicken that makes the Zaxby's salads good. It's the sauce and everything else.
It's Trish.
Trish definitely
made it better.
If you're seeing this big, like, if you're seeing this, you
we still remember you to this day.
A1, Trish, A1.
And for those, it's the Trish that worked at the Zaxby's on Rivers Avenue in about 2017. You worked on the Zaxby's on Rivers Avenue. We still remember you to this day. But yep,
A1. You deserved every raise they could have possibly given you.
On God. But that's all we have for that. And with that being said, it is time for y'all favorite segment. Time for our Tar Heel takeaways of the week. And I think it is you this week, sir.
Oh yeah. And once again, if any of y'all want to give y'all Tar Heel takeaway of the week, please feel free to comment or let us know in the comments that you want to join. We'll send you, we'll put the link in the comments. Hop on in, tell us what you got.
Big facts.
Tar Heel takeaway of the week. Having surgery and having to be out of work is terrible. I'm just saying, I hate it so much. Dude. So if anybody's confused as to what's going on here, I recently had trigger finger surgery on this thumb here. As you can see, stitches all up in there. But because of that, I can't lift over like 5 pounds with this particular hand. And because of the particular line of work that I do, I need to lift more than 5 pounds. So I am currently not working, and I do not appreciate it because that means it has messed my money up, and I do not like it. I don't like it all. But you do what you got to do, because at the end of the day, I'm just going to take this time off and appreciate it as a vacation that it is, because I have been working my tail off. I have been all over the place between work, coaching basketball, doctor's appointments, all kinds of stuff. So there's a silver lining to all of it. So yeah, if you're a workaholic, this is possibly the worst thing that could possibly ever happen to you. If you are somebody who works because you need to work and aren't afraid to work, take it as a break. And that's what I'm doing. I'm going to take it as a well-deserved break. Despite the fact that, like I said, I ain't got no money. I'm going to be broke for at least another week and a half or so. But that's all right. It's whatever. It'll figure itself out. things will turn up in the end. It's no big deal. So I guess long story short is take care of yourself first. And when you do that, other things will line up in due time. So don't force it if you ain't got to.
Listen, especially with the way your week went last week.
Listen,
Man.
listen, and check this out. So they didn't get my car till today. And that's if they got it today. I don't even know for sure. Because nobody called me and confirmed that it arrived at the collision place.
Tragic.
Hopefully they'll call me tomorrow and let me know that it's there, so that way they can tell me what the cost is going to be. But like, bruh,
Tragic.
same day this happened, same day that. So
I know.
So
I was there.
I'll tell you the story. Yeah, I'll tell you another story after we get done here.
All right. Time for me.
Onward.
All right, man. My Tar Heel takeaway of the week. Dreamville. Cole Nation. Cole World. We back. We are back. Mr. Nice Watch. Young Simba. Jermaine Cole is back as we are getting an album. We are getting the fall off on February 6th of 2026. And with all that is going on in this world, the fact that I'm getting my J. Cole album in the midst of all this chaos is the blessing I need with everything that's been going on, man. But what makes me sad as well is the fact that the fall off, as J. Cole has put before, is gonna be his last album unless he's had a change of heart. And that stings, man. I'm at that age where it kind of hurts more and more to realize that my favorite artists are in the twilight of their careers. Some have been there longer than others. For example, Eminem, even though he's still putting out top 10 music, I know he's been at the twilight of his career for a little minute. Lupe Fiasco, who is my number one favorite artist, has been there. I love Andre 3000. Andre's doing Flu albums now. So I've been chalked that up. And J. Cole, he has been my number 3 artist for the longest time. My top 5 has been Lupe, M, J. Cole, Andre. And in the last 7 to 10 years, Joyner Lucas has been that 5th spot. So Joyner Lucas being my most recent top 5, like putting out steady music, still nowhere close to his prime, kind of saddens me. But I'm also appreciative for the journey I've come in terms of a music fan and seeing how these artists have progressed throughout their careers. It's beautiful. It's amazing. I can't wait to see what Jermaine Cole puts out. I know a lot of people are like, oh, Cole ain't going to be the same because he bowed out of the Kendrick and Drake beef and so on and so forth and blase, 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 and we'll never know. And Cole can never say he's the greatest. J. Cole started to get in that beef. And for those of you who don't know or who think Cole's never responded to beef rap like that, go listen to the TKO remix. J. Cole dropped that after Kendrick had dropped his Control verse where he had dissed everybody way back when. Some of you were too young to remember that chaos and how many artists came out responding to that, because even Lupe responded to that one. Like, so many artists came out and responded when Kendrick dropped that Control verse. So I say that to say I'm still a J. Cole fan. I've always been a J. Cole fan. I respect Kendrick. Kendrick's within my top 15 greatest rappers because I have to respect the top 15, top 10. I'd have to go back and look at that list. But I'm just so happy to get J. Cole's album, and I'm getting a vinyl for it too to commemorate like this being the last album. It's my first vinyl I'm ever purchasing, and I think it's a cool way to go out music wise. Like, yeah, I can listen to it on Spotify and I will, but to have the vinyl and this collector's edition type of deal, I think it's gonna be fun. So, Jermaine, if this is the last one from a guy who's been listening to you since Friday Night Lights and Sideline Story, I want to say thank you for the journey and the just ride that has been. If this is literally the last piece of music you put out to the world, I want to say thank you. Shoot, I even got some the J. Cole Pumas actually in my closet. So this will be fun. Hopefully I can go to Dreamville. I might try to go to Dreamville this year. If they're still doing it. I'll try to go to Dreamville. Probably tickets are sold out. I don't know. But yep, that is my Tar Heel takeaway of the week. From one North Carolina to the North Carolina legend himself, Jermaine Cole. Thank you. And let's get to it on February 6th. Don't call me. None of y'all. Speaking of which, let me make sure. Okay, it's a Friday. All right, cool. I had to make sure it wasn't a Tuesday. I had to make sure that album didn't drop on a Tuesday, bro, because I would probably would have been like, yeah, you ain't gonna get me today. You ain't gonna find me.
Get you. I don't know why you got a job to do. You be here. You'll be here.
First of all,
you'll be here.
First of all,
you'll be here.
You ain't gonna miss me.
You'll be here.
You ain't gonna miss me.
You'll be here.
You ain't gonna miss me.
You'll be here.
You can run the you can run the show one time by yourself.
Of course I could. That's not the point. You're too dedicated. You'll be here.
What do you mean? I feel like that's an insult.
How?
I don't know. It just felt like it.
It felt like an insult because you know you'll be here. You know you lied to yourself.
No, I'm not.
You'll be right here in the same place, same spot, at the same time.
I've never lied to myself.
Anyway, that's the end of our show. I hope y'all have a good night. Y'all stay safe out here. We'll see you next week. And remember, every Tuesday, 9 p.m. I will say, I think it is this upcoming Tuesday. Let me make sure. Yes. So this upcoming Tuesday, we will be late this upcoming Tuesday, or at least I will be, because I have a basketball game at 8 o'clock and probably won't be back here till closer to 10. So I'll tune in on the way back in. So I'll be here, but I won't be here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. He'll be in the car, and then he'll go in and out and do what he do.
Yep, I'll have connection issues for a while, and then I won't. So
it is what it is.
Anyway, appreciate y'all again. Y'all stay safe out here. Peace.